Hey guys, it's the Competitive Gamer. Today I'll be doing a Beyblade Tournament Analysis on the WBO tournament called the Comeback, which was hosted by myself in Charlotte, North Carolina about a week ago. So before we get started, I just want to put out a disclaimer. I am not a Beyblade pro or a Beyblade expert. I've only been playing for about 5 months, so everything I say during this analysis is just my opinion. And as such, I could be right or I could be wrong. It's just an opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. So the top 4 players in this event were the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 8th seeds. And the first matchup is between the 5th and 8th seeds. So the 5th seed was Official Huddy and the 8th seed was SurfCamp07. And this was SurfCamp07's first Beyblade tournament. In the top 8, he actually beat Kamek, who was the #1 seed. I believe Kamek went 5-0, and SurfCamp beat him out to make it into the semifinals. Now, Official Huddy, this is his 2nd time in the top 8. He's been playing Beyblade for about 5 months as well. And the combos these players used were SurfCamp07 used World Longinus 3A Destroy Dash for the entire event. He did have that Brave combo, but he stated it was not part of his deck and just set it there. And Official Huddy, he used Tempest Hyperion 2 with the Metal Chip Core 2A Xtend Plus for the entire first part of the tournament. And then in the finals, he added Perfect Phoenix Will Zone Dash Plus C and Infinite Shield Achilles 1A Jolt Dash. So this first matchup is between the Tempest combo and the World combo. So one thing I should mention is the World combo really has no chance of beating that Tempest combo. I mean, he could try to launch extremely hard and get a KO if he launches right, but other than that, he has to depend on a mislaunch by his opponent. And you see there SurfCamp on the first launch, he missed the stadium, which does award your opponent a point in the finals. Now, one thing I noticed after looking over this footage is that the judge never actually gave SurfCamp the option of whether he wanted to replay or switch. By WBO rules, the loser must be given the option to replay or switch. If the loser says replay, then the round is replayed with the same 2 Beyblades, and if the loser says switch, then the winner has to choose if he wants to keep the same combo or switch. Now, if the winner says that he wants to keep the same combo, then the loser can either choose a new combo or keep the same combo, effectively resulting in a replay. If the winner decides to switch, then the winner has to pick his combo first and show it to the loser, and then the loser can choose to either use the same combo or pick a different combo. Now, I think the judge might not have understood the ruling, as maybe he took it that since SurfCamp only had 1 Beyblade, he shouldn't be given the option. But I do believe he should have been given that option, as it is a tactical one, and who knows, maybe Official Huddy would have picked a different Beyblade, which was not as strong against his World combo. But yeah, for some reason the judge didn't give that option, so yeah. And also right there, Official Huddy did launch a little late, and I think that probably should have been called as a relaunch. So one thing to watch with these Beybladers is, with that Tempest combo, Official Huddy is really aiming to get it into the center and maintain that center. And SurfCamp, he should be doing a tilting launch so that he can get that flower pattern and try to knock the Tempest out of the stadium. However, like I said, this was his first event, and I'm not sure he was familiar with the different launch types. As if you look at his launch, he's just sort of flinging the Beyblade to the stadium. And a lot of time that is just resulting in a tornado stall by that World combo. So this whole matchup between these two is just going to be a constant replay of these two Beyblades. So there, it looks like Official Huddy did miss the stadium, so SurfCamp got that point. Yeah, you see SurfCamp is kind of flinging the Beyblade into the stadium. And doing that, he really has no hope of beating this Tempest combo. Unless, like I said, Official Huddy misses the stadium or does a pocket launch. There's no way he's going to out-stamina a Tempest on Xtend Plus. Not with Destroy Dash. And I do think his Destroy Dash might be somewhat awoken, as it does go to the center fairly quick. Now, something I also noticed with this launch is, if you watch, Official Huddy, I'm not sure if it's the angle or what, but Official Huddy does go over half the stadium. By the WBO rules, you can only launch on your half of the stadium, and Official Huddy does go over it, but when he's launching, he's actually back on his side. So I'm not sure if that causes SurfCamp to miss his launch or not. So if you watch, Official Huddy will be a little bit over the halfway point. So if you see, he looks like he's over the halfway point. And you see when he launches, he's on his side, and actually the reason SurfCamp misses is because he pulls the launcher back towards his body when he launches, so he misses the stadium. So I'll just rewind it a little bit and you'll be able to see that. So watch SurfCamp, he's going to pull the launcher toward him and miss the stadium, giving Official Huddy his final point. Now, the next match of the semifinals was myself versus FG Spriggan. I'm not sure how long FG Spriggan has been playing, but he was pretty good. The combos he used were World Helios 2, Metal Chip Core, 1V Drift, Tempest Dragon 1A Xtend Plus, and Jet Wyvern 1S, Sting, and High Survive. And myself, I used Tempest Solomon with the Metal Chip Core 1S Will Xtend Plus, World Spriggan 2B Orbit Metal and Left Spin, and Rage Diabolos 3A Ultimate Reboot Dash. Now, sometimes in my Rage combo, I will use Exceed Dash plus Z. It kind of just depends on which driver I throw on it in that moment. Now, the way I actually choose which Beyblade I'm going to use is I honestly just mix them up, close my eyes, and pick one. So in this matchup, I happened to pick the Rage combo, and FG Spriggan picked his Tempest combo. So in my head, I'm thinking that he's going to do a light launch, and since it is Rage versus Tempest, I want to launch that Rage as hard as I can with that flower pattern and try to get a knockout. So I know I don't have any chance of outlasting him in a stamina competition. So right there, if you saw that, FG Spriggan launched his Tempest fairly hard, and he launches straight down. So I know there's going to be a lot of recoil with my Rage hitting his Tempest. So either I'm going to get KO'd or he's going to get KO'd. Alright, so if you see there, I did hit him hard and there was a lot of recoil, but the wall saved him. So at this point, with the way these Beyblades are spinning, it seems like he's going to get a lot of wall saves. So you see, I hit him again and I got KO'd just because of where I was. And so right now I already know that he's going to outspin me and I've lost this match. So I'm actually just going to let him know that I'm going to switch before this is even over. Yeah, and as you can see, I just let him know how he's going to switch. So I already know I lost this match. So he chooses to keep the same Beyblade, which is the best choice for him, as he's already up 1 point, and based on my combos, that is a good choice for him, not knowing what I'm going to pick. So I pick my Tempest combo, as I see that he's on 1A and I'm on 1 as well, so I know I have a lot more stamina than he does. And he's not on 2A, so I don't really have to worry about hitting rubber, just some hard plastic. And I'm fairly certain that I can hit that plastic and outspin him. So that's my reasoning behind picking my Tempest combo. And again, if you look at how he's holding the launcher, he's holding it straight, so I know he's kind of going to do a tornado stall. And when I launch, I kind of tilt my launcher up or push it down, depending on how you look at it, so that I launch straight to and also tornado stall with him. So yeah, you'll see that we'll both get off balance a little bit, but I definitely have a lot more stamina than he does. So you'll see I start hitting his 1A, and as soon as I do that, you can see he gets slower and slower and slower, and I know that my Tempest combo can definitely beat his. Even though I've never really played against this version, a Tempest 1A Extend Plus, now I know I can beat him no matter what he chooses. And he chooses to replay, and I'm not sure why he chose to replay. I did have a lot more stamina than he did, so if I were him, I would have chose to switch and waited to see what I was going to grab before picking my combo. So yeah, again, we're both going to eventually start to lose balance, and I'm going to end up hitting his 1A, making him lose a lot of stamina. So you see, I'm hitting his 1A now, and he's just losing stamina. You saw that? That was the 1A hit, and yeah. So I have a lot more stamina. Now, this time, he chooses to switch, and he goes to reach for a Beyblade, so I have to remind him to wait for me to pick first. And so the combo I choose to stay with mine, and he makes the right choice to choose his World on Drift, his left spin, which definitely beats my Tempest combo. So my thoughts here is to try to snipe at his Tempest, or sorry, try to snipe at his World and try to get the KO. Now, I'm not sure if he had the same idea, but we both go for the exact same, or we both go towards the exact same direction. And so they did a replay on this, and Rule did a KO on Tempest first, so we went ahead and went with that. Now, I chose switch, and he chose to stay with his World left spin, and I'm not sure if he's ever played against Orbit Metal, but I had my World left spin on Orbit Metal, and that will beat a left spin world on drift all day, every day. As for one, drift is a not so great driver in same spin, but Orbit Metal tends to have really good same spin stamina against pretty much everything except, say, Xtend Plus and Atomic. So yeah, so I go ahead and choose my world combo, and now I'm just going to launch as hard as I can, or fairly hard, and just out stamina him. So I know I'm gonna have a lot more stamina than Trev. So yeah, you see how much stamina I had left over with that combo? It was a lot more. And so he chooses to switch, and I don't want to stay with my world combo, so I go with my rage combo, which to me is the safest combo I have. As if he chooses to stay with his world combo, I'm fairly certain I can beat that. I'm fairly certain I can beat his Tempest combo. Even though I didn't, I'm still fairly certain I can beat it. And I'm not too sure about his Jet combo, but I don't want to risk it on the other combo, so I go with the aggressive Rage combo. Now, he goes for Tempest, which is a safe pick, and if he does launch it soft, that would be good, but yeah, you see, we went right to each other and I took all the recoil there. So now for this, I choose to switch, and he chooses to stay with his Tempest combo, so right away I know my Tempest combo can beat his, so I go right back to my Tempest combo. Now, if he would have had Tempest on 2A, this whole match would have been a completely different story. And if I were him, I wouldn't switch back on a switch. I wouldn't have switched back into my Tempest combo anymore, because I would have just known that the other guy or me would just use his Tempest combo. As this is the third point he's given up with that Tempest combo. So again, he chose switch, and I'm going to pick my left spin world as I'm up a point, and even if I lose this matchup, I have the advantage of choosing switch and seeing what he picks. So he takes a while to think about it, and he chooses to keep his Tempest combo, which was 100% the best move, as Orbit Metal isn't too great in opposite spin. So I tell him straight away that he won this round, as there is no way I'm going to beat his Tempest with my Orbit Metal. So my goal there was to launch that world combo as hard as I could and try to KO it. But as you see, he hit the wall and I recoiled out. So I choose switch. And I'm not sure what happened here, but for some reason Spriggan chose to keep his Tempest combo, which in my opinion was the worst possible move, as my Tempest, I already know my Tempest can 100% beat his, and his Tempest is already given up 3 points to mine. So if I were him, I honestly probably would have chose that Jet combo, as he hadn't used it before, so he could probably try to trip me up with that, as I maybe wouldn't know how that Jet combo does or how it would play out against my other Beyblade combos. but he chose to keep Tempest, and I immediately grabbed mine. And you look, he tilts his launcher just a little bit here. And once we get to that center, I know that I can outspin him. You see, he's already starting to slow down. He's losing balance. I do get off balance, but I have so much momentum that I'm just going to spin around like this zigzag right there. And that was that matchup. So this is the third place matchup, FG Spriggan and SurfCamp. And again, SurfCamp is only using one combo. And so for the same reasons as stated previously, the judge did not offer him the chance to either replay or switch. And maybe that is the correct ruling. I'll have to find out just so I'm 100% sure, and I'll update you guys on that in the next analysis if there is one. So even if SurfCamp chose to switch, I honestly think FG Spriggan would have kept his combo, or maybe he would have switched to the drift. No, he would have kept his combo. I'm pretty sure he would have just kept that Tempest combo, as there's no way he's beating them opposite spin on Destroy Dash. And again, if SurfCamp were to launch it with a tilting launch, he might have had a chance to knock it out. You see, he flings it over there right into the pocket. So he's really trying to essentially just snipe that Beyblade and knock it out into the pocket. But he's not really tilting, he's holding it straight, so it's going upwards. Yeah, that world is getting some nice little hits, but it's not going to do much to that Tempest combo. So yeah, all of these are just going to come down to stamina. And Tempest on Xtend Plus has it. I really think SurfCamp should have just stayed with the stock combo with Rage 3A Destroy Dash. However, he did go the entire first part of the tournament with this combo, and he ended up as 3-2. But I think he probably could have done better with the stock Rage combo. Yep, another stamina win. Yeah, you see that? If he were to tilt that launcher down, he could get some really good hits on a lot of these Beyblade C-Winner decks. So this is going to be another spin finish, and this is going to be game. So Spriggan got third place for this one, and he actually gave up his third place prize to SurfCamp, which I thought was pretty neat. So this is the finals matchup, froztz versus Official Huddy. And again, I randomly picked my combos, and it just so happened to be the Rage, and he picked his Tempest combo. And again, I'm thinking launch hard, try to get him out, and I think he was trying to snipe me based on how he was holding that launcher and how he zipped it down. However, I was tilted forward, so he ended up bouncing off of me and flying out of the stadium. So he chose switch, and I went right to my Tempest, and he chose his Phoenix combo. So one thing I should say is I completely forgot that he was using Tempest 2A Xtend Plus, and if you look at my deck, there's really nothing I have that can beat that combo. So if he would have stayed with Tempest 2A Xtend Plus the entire time, he would have had a really good chance of beating me and winning the tournament. As my Tempest 1S Will cannot beat a Tempest 2A Xtend Plus, and my Orbit Metal World left spin cannot beat a right spin 1 Xtend Plus. And if he light launches, my Rage cannot beat him. Even if he hard launches, it kind of goes down to 50-50 depending on Beyblade position, as there's going to be a lot of recoil for both Beyblades. So his best chance of winning was definitely with using the Tempest combo the entire time. So yeah, my Tempest is going to outspin that Perfect Phoenix all day. Now, he chose to switch, and for some reason, I grabbed my World when he doesn't have any left spin Beyblades. That World is just a left spin counter, and I don't know, maybe I had a brain dump or something, but I really shouldn't have grabbed that World combo. And now this Infinite Achilles Shield 1A Jolt Dash, he made this combo as he liked the color combinations, and it was an okay combo. So again, I'm going to try to knock him out as fast as I can since he is right spin. And unfortunately, he gets that nice KO as he sweeps around and hits me from the back. So I say switch, and I'm just seeing what he's going to grab, but he wants to keep the same combo. So I just go ahead and get Rage, as I think I can just KO him. Just go attack for attack. As you can see, he did this crazy little launch. And yeah, I get the KO there. And he chose to switch, and I just chose to keep my Rage, and he picked his Tempest combo. So as you can see, yeah, he launched it pretty hard, so there's going to be a lot of recoil for both of us. And after those first two hits, I know I don't have another one left in me, so he has this one won, as he's on Xtend Plus and I'm on Ultimate Reboot. So here I chose to replay, as he is launching pretty hard with that Tempest, and I know if I'm launching hard, there is about a 50-50 chance I can beat that Tempest, and that is the best chance I have of beating that Tempest. So as you can see, again, the recoil, and yeah, I know, and now I'm out of stamina, so he's going to spin finish me. And my only choice here, since it's tied up, is to say a switch. So here, he really should have just stayed with his Tempest combo. Instead, he went to the combo that he made himself, and he really should have stayed with Tempest. And so for this, I know that that combo doesn't weigh a lot, so it's unlikely to really knock out my Tempest combo. He does this medium tornado stall type thing, but now he's completely out of power, so there's no way he's going to do any damage to me. And so the correct move for him here is to call switch and see what I pick, and then to switch into that Tempest combo. Whoever he says to replay. And those launches he's doing, it looks like it's being a self KO. But if I slow it down enough, you can see that he's actually still in the stadium. The tip of his driver hits the edge of the black part and he kind of bounces backwards. So he's not actually out of the stadium when he does those types of launches. So that's the end of this. I do win the tournament after that, obviously. And you guys, let me know if you like these videos analyzing the tournament footage. And if you guys do, I'll go ahead and do more of these. If not, I'll probably not do any more of these. But go ahead, like, subscribe, and all of that other good stuff. Thanks.